Would you like to teach your puppy not to jump on you and to come when called? Watch part 2 of Tracey and Oliver's lesson as she learns to do just that. All right, so one of the things that I want to do is I want to elaborate a little bit more on the jumping in case he jumps on us while we're here. And if he jumps on me, I want you to disagree with him jumping on me, just like you will support the people that come in your home or even other family members that are learning. So one of the things that's really important is, and I don't know what it is about filming when they get all calm, right? I bored him to death. But one of the things is if he does jump, you're going to bend over and give that touch in the side.
Okay.
But then you hold position, all right?
Yes.
Because if you touch and retreat, it can incite him to be coming, and he might think you're playing, and you're going to be egging him on,
Right.
okay? And so if he jumps, I'm going to touch him and hold and say off.
Okay.
And then when he surrenders, I will disengage.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
But I have a lot of people who do this technique, and they'll touch, and then have you ever seen a dog bite and run away? They don't.
Yeah.
They'll correct, and then they hold. This dog surrenders. If it's a dominant submissive, this dog surrenders, then the dog disengages. But you're not gonna do it but you're not gonna disengage until he surrenders, because you may have to touch again. And like my puppy, what I was talking about, when he was playing with a pillow, I stayed there, I touched, I waited, he didn't let go of the pillow, I touched again, said ouse, he didn't do it, I touched again, and then he looked at me like, oh, you're there?
Yeah.
But then he stopped. But you stay engaged until the dog surrenders, then you disengage.
Okay.
So if he jumps on me, I'm gonna pet him. If he jumps on me, then I want you to correct him off.
Okay.
And you're gonna very likely say off. I don't say the word down because later on I'm gonna use that word for a down command, okay? Cuteness all day long. Okay, so one thing, so as we're doing this, now the one thing I wanna say is this, we're gonna start the here command. I'll give instruction on that. But if he jumps on you in the here command, when he comes to you, don't correct that.
Okay.
Because if he overextends my invitation on the here, and I correct him, he might think I corrected him for coming.
Okay.
Later on, you can bring that together so he comes in respectful. But this is day 1, 3.5-month-old puppy.
Yes.
We're just gonna imprint the word here.
Okay.
So, again, I would never use food and think that my dog will forever be safe if he's not in a secure environment, okay? Because your obedience is reliant on his desire for what you have to offer him, okay? And if he sees anything else he wants, he's gonna do that, and he's not gonna come for the food, and then you have to chase him down. So just know that,
Okay.
because we want him to be safe always. Okay, so now, food. So I use the word here in my formal commands. So when it comes to food, I'm gonna get in the habit of using informal and formal. So informal commands would be, come on, let's go. Oliver, buddy, we're just hanging out. And that's what you're gonna use when you're hanging out.
Okay.
But now here, the command here means I have something wonderful, and never lie to him. Because if some people will say, well, I don't wanna have to use food all the time, so I'm not gonna use it all the time. Well, then you will have a here command as consistent as you use food, because now you're not believable. You better hope he believes you have something. Does that make sense? Because you want him to come. It benefits you.
Okay.
Because we're imprinting a behavior. Later on, if you want formal here, then that's another conversation at another time. And often an e-collar is necessary down the line by the use of a professional. But right now, 3.5 months old, we're going to use food. Now, I've got some hot dogs. And so we're probably going to wake him up right now. Is it okay if he has some?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, he heard the word hot dog. He's like, already.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had hot dogs before.
Well, we'll be very, now the thing is we're going to do very small. So, not yet. Correct him off. Touch it. Do it again.
Off.
Do it again.
Off.
Very good, just like that. So, it took 3 times. Now, I didn't say here, so he's not allowed to jump. Now, when I say the word here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be very enthusiastic. And we'll spread out. We kind of have our spots. Not yet. I'm going to be enthusiastic. In the beginning, I'm going to show him. Now, when I go to present the hot dog, keep your hand closed.
Okay.
Because, is it right? Because then he's going to use his nose. And then I open up my palm and he eats it. Or maybe not. Well, this will be funny. Has he ever had a treat?
He has treats. I brought some treats that he likes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I tell you what. I would like you to go get them. But you have them. Look at you. So prepared. All right, well, I'm going to put my hot dogs away.
Yeah, I'll give you these.
There you go. I know.
Save them for a rainy day.
I know, right? Hi, buddy. Well, we'll see if he does. But I will tell you, if he doesn't eat them, then we're going to go into a whole nother conversation. This is the thing. If you don't have a dog with good food drive, then you can't use treats at all. Mm-hmm. And you have to seek the advice of a professional on how to get formal off-leash obedience later. Okay?
Okay. Well,
So, but we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
And often you will find that a dog in your backyard and in his own environment will be all about the treats and really, really come. But then they'll go to a new environment and they can be more intimidated by the environment and more cautious, and they won't come to the treats. And it can be a real eye-opener sometimes. Correct or wrong?
Off.
So the next time he does it, you want to disagree. You have a leash in your hand, you can pop that leash too. Now let me just see if he'll have a treat. Got him on spot. Alrighty. So
We
now
have a
we're going to
winner.
take the leash off. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to try it. So keep your hand closed. So he uses his nose, then I'm going to open up my palm. Here, 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 here. And then I open up my palm. You want to take one step back to that spot? Right there's good. Okay, right there. I'm going to now that he came to me, he got his treat. Affection is not necessary because food is affection. Okay, meaning I don't have to sit there and pet him too.
Okay.
But now I'm going to disengage and you're going to call.
Okay.
And start to say here enthusiastically, do not use his name. Just continue to repeat here and then put it down and show him. Okay? Right there.
Here, 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 here.
Excellent. I'm going to do it again. No, don't good boy him. Here, 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 here. Now we have a real enthusiasm. One more time. Go ahead and call Tracey.
Here, 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 here.
So, one of the things, so you just saw how awesome it was to have him enthusiastically come back and forth and do that, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. So, keep in mind, never lie to him. Do not be using the word here and have nothing for him. If you don't have a treat, then you're just going to use your informals. Come on, let's go, all of them. But if you want him to come, it's here with food, always in a secure area to make sure that he's safe. Because if a cat goes running by, that might be way more interesting than your little treat. Okay? Can you so are there anything, so I know we covered a lot of information right now. Are there any main takeaways or like something that really stood out for you in this lesson, like an aha moment for you? Can you talk to me about if you had any?
Yeah, I did. I think the first thing was I realized from your description and training expertise that I need to be in charge always.
That's right.
Always. And so even if I'm tired, I have to be the one in charge. And I can correct him, and if I do it correctly and consistently, I'll get the reward back from that. A good, well-behaved.
Absolutely.
That's the first thing that really stuck out in my mind. And the second thing I just implied from all your, or formulated from all your information, is that he can be corrected. He can be a great puppy, and we won't have the biting and the frustration we're having right now.
Absolutely. You know, frustration comes from not knowing what to do.
Exactly.
Correct him if he jumps on you. It's all right, he's not on you anymore, so you can't. So I'm just going to I'm just going to hold here, and if he goes to jump on you, I'm going to let him jump. If you put him in a pack of dogs, he will absolutely straighten up and fly right, because there is constant order and leadership in a pack and discipline in a pack, because the survival of the pack is reliant on its thriving with discipline and boundaries and leadership. And instantly, he will straighten up. Well, you're his pack. And You've got to learn how to speak dog because he'll never speak human. Where you want to go, buddy. So does that make sense?
Yes.
So that is fantastic. One thing that I like about what you said is you said, whether you're tired or not, I'm gonna let him go. I think he might have to body, so we're just gonna finish.
Okay.
He's safe.
Yeah.
Whether it's convenient or not, you've got to do it. Leadership is not convenient. Success is not convenient in anything.
Right.
And when it's all said and done, I said it earlier, he'll never be better than you. So if you're frustrated, it's never his fault. You have to go, what am I doing wrong that I'm not conveying to him what I want? Because genetically, it appears you have a very nice puppy. So he is genetics and he is environment. Well, you control the environment. And so, you know, this is a great lesson. You have a great puppy. You have a great way to start. He's cute as can be. I tell you what. So, well, listen, thank you very much for everything today. I appreciate you being here.
I appreciate it too.
Your dog will never be what you want him to be until you're the leader they need you to be. We thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
So for today's rough recap, Tracey was really excited to start to learn that she can have control. Oliver is only 4 months old, and what a huge puppy he is at 4 months. Can you imagine how big he's going to be in a year? Well, she needs to get a handle on it now. And so you can have control and respect in your home even at 8 weeks of age. Oliver being 4 months old, she's excited about what she gets to go implement on her daily life. Second of all, always be calm and assertive with your pup. You must always disagree with disrespect. Also, when you're using food, always know that it's incentive only. Make sure your dog is in an enclosed area so he's always safe. Remember, your dog will never be the dog you want him to be until you're the leader they need you to be. Till the next lesson, we just thank you so much for listening. We hope you gained some value. And again, your dog will never be what you want him to be until you're the leader they need you to be. And we just thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time.